everybody, I'm Frida Stoffer. Today is a tribute to the state of North Dakota and the happy residents over there in the state of North Dakota. They have a lot of their food has roots in German culture, and as do I, and therefore the food I'm making today is something very similar to what my mom and my grandmothers and my aunts used to cook when I was a child. Okay, here I have my 3 cups of brown sugar for today's recipe, or it's one of today's recipes. I'm making 2 things. Today is a celebration of the state of North Dakota. So these are North Dakota caramel rolls. It asks for 3 cups of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, so I don't know why there's the need for this little bit of corn syrup, but it asks for it, so it's going in. And then it needs butter and cream. In goes it says 2 to 4 tablespoons of butter, so I'm putting in what I have, which is probably 3 tablespoons. Did I get scared?
You jumped.
Okay, I'm going to turn this
What's
on.
that?
It's the caramel sauce for the rolls that I'm going to make.
Ew.
Ew. I mixed some dry milk. I made it extra thick, and this is my heavy cream. Now I'm supposed to cook it until the sugar melts and it gets a little bit thick. So we'll see how that turns out.
Mommy, the cats don't like this food.
They eat it when they're hungry.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I've seen them.
No, because
It's not their favorite, but they eat it when they're hungry. It's okay. When they finish that bag, I won't buy that kind again. They don't like that one bag of food very much. Hey, don't open the second bag, Zakia. Huh? I wanted them to finish the other one first. It doesn't matter. I bought it and spent money for it, so they're going to eat it. You know, it's not their favorite. But I won't buy it again after they finish it. Alright, so I'm just going to let that warm. It's going to take a while, so I'll pause you guys. It's getting warm, but I think it'll take a while for it to simmer and thicken. So I'm just going to hang out and let it do its thing and whisk it every now and then to make sure it's not sticking. That's the food they like. It's what is the brand? Purina. It's Purina cat chow. I got the green bag and the blue bag, and they don't like the one in the green bag, but they'll eat it if they're really hungry, so we decided to mix the 2 together. They do like dry cat food, but they like the Purina brand only, the blue bag. They don't like kibbles and bits. They don't like any other kind.
They like those snacks.
Yeah, they like the kitty snacks, the little treats.
Look, I'll show you.
But they are very picky. They only like the blue bag from Purina, not Nutrina. Purina. So I'm proud of that. We can mix it together and they can eat it mixed together. We had some problems in the sunroom during that cold weather. Every time I turned on this, the little heater, that one little heater in here, the electricity would go out. I only did it twice, and it got too cold, so some of my plants are very, have cold damage. This one has a damaged piece up here, but I'm just gonna pinch it off because maybe the root will still grow. It's not damaged everywhere, but it is damaged up here, the upper part. It was a very thick plant, so it still has some parts that are not frozen. So I'm going to try to take the frost damaged pieces off and let the lower pieces try to keep growing. This one over here did okay. It didn't freeze at all. So this one seems really hardy. They are Christmas cactuses. They're supposed to bloom a lot, but I think the cold caused them to kill some of their little buds that they had. I'm looking for more succulents to put in here because it seems like the succulents like these pots and do well, because those two like Christmas cactuses, they do well in this frame and that I got from Aldi last year. I really like it, but I don't know if my little palm tree is going to make it or not. I see some new growth here, so I have hope that it's still going to grow somewhat. I'm disappointed, but the thing that disappoints me the most is that these large luscious plants froze. Their long drapey vines are frozen. They still have growth, green growth in the pots, but the vines died from the frost. That one still has growth in the pot, and so does the one over there. So it's really hard to kill these guys completely.
What's the dude coming?
But I don't know. Dad said 10 or 20 minutes. You know how that goes. But I have to clip off all the dead vines, and so that the living vines can continue to grow. That it was just too cold, and the next time I'm gonna have to do something else in terms of heating this room, because there is an electrical short in this room or something. And up there, that one, I'm sad about that one. I think it's completely lost. Some guys over here are lost completely. Well, that one has some new growth down at the bottom. So maybe if I trim them, maybe they'll continue growing. But I think this poor little snapdragon is gone for good. I can buy some more.
Not all the snow's gone. I think we might have had like 8 inches.
We had a lot of snow. But this guy's not completely, I don't know, is he completely dead? This one is a wait and see. I'm not sure. This one is completely gone. That was little Rexy. And the bamboo, I'm not sure. It's kind of droopy, but I hate to throw it away until I'm sure if it's dead or alive. And I think that one died, and I'm pretty sure this one is dead. I don't know, I'm just gonna wait and see a little bit and see if any new growth offers to come out. This one, I believe he's alive. He looks like he's still alive. He's an evergreen. So I thought maybe he will be okay. I hope to goodness that he's gonna be all right. I love this kind of plant. My poultry is noisy. There's Frosty on the swing. There's the bird. Like as in giving someone the finger bird. He's the only boy we have, and how we know is that at the top part of his beak, it's very blue, dark blue above his beak. The girls have kind of pinky purple at the top of their beaks, and their voices are also different. The girls have more warbling voices, and And the boy, the bird, I mean, he is more aggressively chirpy when he chirps. But that's Frosty on the swing. The two girls over there are Bukiki and Ruhi. Bukiki is yellow and Ruhi is white. And there's the bird. The kids named them. And the birds, my caramel sauce has been cooking, and I believe it's thick enough now. That was fast. It took it about 5 or 7 minutes to get this thick. Yeah, it's ready to pour into the pans. Now I am not mixing yeast dough for these rolls. I found some at the store at Walmart. Okay, this is what I'm going to use. These fall rise and bake cinnamon rolls from Rhodes with cream cheese frosting. They're vegetarian, in case anybody wanted to know. I bought these from Walmart in the freezer where the specialty frozen breads and things are. So I've been thawing these overnight in the refrigerator. They were in my freezer for weeks, waiting until I have a notion to do this. I think the paella pan is big enough for all of them. Might not be necessary to put them all in 2 separate pans.
I felt like this house was giant when we first moved in, but now I've gotten used to it.
I know. It's much bigger than the other one though. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to let them stay here on the top of the stove. And I'm going to put them in after they rise. I get 2 packs of cream cheese frosting with it, but I'm not going to use that this time. All right, I have I have jalapeno sliced here. I'm going to put them in my food processor to make them very tiny. And I have chopped celery here. I'm also going to put that in the food processor. And I'm going to chop my vegetables really small. And I'm going to cut up this onion and this garlic also to go into the food processor. All vegetables are going in the food processor because nobody wants to bite on a chunk of boiled vegetable. Oh my goodness, see how big the rolls got? I'm going to put them in the oven now. Don't touch. Don't touch. They look so big. All right, there's all of those vegetables ready to go in. It asked for some carrots, but one of my kids literally hates cooked carrots, so I'm leaving those out. And I put a jalapeno pepper in instead. And I don't think there was onion listed in it, but I'm putting some. There was a lot of garlic and celery, and then there's potatoes. I'm gonna cut up some potatoes to put in it. They're done, but they need to cool first before anybody eats any. They're hot and caramely, yummy. The Knoephla recipe specifically asked for bacon grease, which I put in there. Now I'm going to brown the potatoes in there. I smell that bacon grease. It has a really good smell. There. Cooking. Now when I took the chicken out of the oven, I burned myself. It was very, very painful. But I dipped it in pickle juice, and now it's not painful anymore.
Let me see
I
it.
keep dipping it in pickle juice every time it starts to hurt again.
Ugh.
It really was painful. But pickle juice, if you use it immediately after a burn, it pulls the heat out for some reason, the inflammation, and the blister will actually heal from the inside. I've done it before on cooking accidents. All right, the potatoes are fried, and there are the vegetables sauteing in it now. And the chicken is going in next. And the recipe asks for bay leaves and parsley, but since we don't like bay leaves or parsley, I'm going to put some oregano in it. For my family, oregano is the go-to spice. Seasoning. And since this is a very large pot, I'm going to put quite a bit in. So for the Knoephla part, I got these Spätzle noodles from Aldi. It's German, authentic German food. And I use those instead of making the Knoephla myself. Knoephla is a little bitty pasta. And this is how they look. They're in there with all the chopped up vegetables. They're going to cook together now. And I'll show you what they look like when they're done.
Noodles.
There's some ready right here.
Some spicy ones?
Yep. They're just a little spicy.
No. No. The olive one.
That looks so delicious. Smells amazing too. Looks very German. Well, I was going to record and then I dropped the phone in the soup. Oops. I cleaned it off now. So yeah, it's warm, savory, ready to eat. I don't know if it looks or tastes exactly like Knoephla soup, but this is my attempt. Thank you, North Dakota. I know you have German roots because this is the type of food I grew up on. And my ancestors are from Germany. So I'm going to enjoy this one.